What's up, everybody? This is your girl Kiwan, and I am back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 11. Let's be honest. Before I start, could you please make sure we liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel? Make sure you click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop, and make sure you guys are kind of liking the videos. I need to stay in the algorithm. You know, I'm new, so sometimes it's hard to find me, so that would be so great if y'all can like the videos. I will say I am getting a lot of views, and I'm not sure what all that means yet, but views and comments on somebody's son, and oh yeah, I have to bring that too, somebody's son, and also never ever met. I'm glad y'all are liking the reviews because they've been working my nerves. Also, Moesha, I know I'm supposed to bring y'all season 2, episode 1 and 2 today, but it's not showing on my Paramount. So I will get it. Just give me like a day or two, y'all, to get all of that stuff situated, because I still need to review somebody's son. I might put off the other 2 Netflix shows for the weekend. But or I don't know. I'm trying to gather myself. Yes. So that is it. And that is all. I want y'all to, first of all, let me just start here. Can y'all grab some popcorn, some chips, a snack, or a meal, whichever you prefer, and some water, whatever y'all want, whatever it is. Because this review has gotten lengthy. I didn't want it to be lengthy, but it might be a little lengthy. So let y'all know I don't edit nothing, so we just gonna jump right on in this video, okay? So the episode starts with Angela and Charles. Y'all know I told y'all his name is Charles, Chawls, or Z, whichever one. Angela tells us that Charles is retired. He gets some type of retired pension. So he is paid, okay? And he owns several car washes in New York. But I didn't know that. That's really good to know. And he's coaching. Also, I would like to point out how dry Charles is. And now Charles have a confessional. First of all, we'll take Charles over Ralph any day, okay? And I'm going to get into Ralph later. So, I was just looking at the way Charles was responding, how he was talking. I was like, Charles, why you acting like that? Like, you don't want that other lady to know, it's all good in the hood over here at home. Because you say that lady don't treat you right. I'm just playing. I'm playing. Y'all. I'm playing. Do not send Angela over here on this channel. Okay? Anyway, Angela talks about her sister and how she's funding them. And she wants to have a conversation with her sister. And I just kind of feel like, Angela shouldn't go hard on her sister until she heard the other side. Until she heard her sister's side. And she said she need to back away, yada yada yada. Charles was telling her, you do, you keep giving and giving, you need to just stop. And your family is not your responsibility. So in my opinion, Charles don't want to be on TV. Because I'm going to tell you, Greg, Todd, and Peter would never. Rest in peace to Greg. But they would never. Okay? After the Greg, Todd, Peter, Patricia, whatever y'all want to call them, and even Apollo, the men, it ain't been the same. It ain't been the same. Okay? Todd tried to carry these men, but he just couldn't. Okay, so Cynthia, aka Wig, meet with Shamia, and girl, Shamia, what that it fit is you got on? Listen, I'm no fashionista, and I say this all the time, I'm no fashionista. But Shamia, girl. So, Cynthia talked. Shamia said she didn't sleep last night the way I would have slept like a baby. Anyway, she starts to cry. And she said she would think with them being friends, her and Portia being friends for decades, that Portia would discuss things with her in private. And I was like, Shamia, why would you think that? She let Frack talk about you on camera. Anyway, Shamia said she would never sit with other women and talk about Portia. You have. And it's not just these women on this show. You may have sat with other women. Especially prior to Candy. But I'm sure Candy tried to be neutral. But again, you have sat with multiple women. You probably have talked about Portia. So she said that they was telling her that Portia wasn't a good friend to her. And she told them it may look a certain way, but Portia is my friend. Shamia, ma'am, you look like a pick-me trying to clean up this ish. Like, I just want her to keep it a buck. Because if you said she did that, then she did that. Okay? And why I'm at it, I just want you to know. And I've said it, and I gotta say it again. Portia ain't your friend, and at this point, I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for her. When I say Shamia, I don't feel sorry for Shamia or Portia. So, Shamia proceeds to say, everybody in this group has asked her, are you sure Portia is your friend? And, Shamia says she downplayed everything. And I was like, why? She's too afraid. Like, you're acting like you're too afraid to acknowledge, that she's not a real friend. And you see that she has always moved different. And I really don't think Shamia is scared of Portia. I think that she's been her friend so long, she's familiar with Portia. Portia and Shamia knows each other ins and outs. And I'd rather stick with the devil I know than to move forward with somebody new. Which is unfortunate because you are shrinking next to your friend. Although your friend, and I'm not talking about TV wise, I'm not talking about this show. I'm saying personally, you are shrinking next to your friend. You have always shrunk, but that has always been the core of y'all relationship. As long as you shrink, she's good because she a low self-esteem bitch, and so she want people to follow her. She don't want real friends because she's not a real woman. Not in that sense, but y'all know what I mean. Anyway, so Cynthia started saying that she was experiencing that type of stuff in her friendship group. And we know you was talking about Nene, girl. So in my opinion, I just feel like, I think Shamia thinks that the ladies are being messy, but I think these people coming in with fresh eyes, and I'm sure a lot of them, most of the ladies have saw the show, but actually coming in with fresh eyes and being front row center of all of this, these ladies are letting you know that Portia ain't your friend. But in my Drew Sidora voice, you already know. Y'all know, I don't know, I like that little song, okay? In delusion. We're gonna talk about Drew too. So Cynthia talks about the friendship between her and Nene. She said it's not similar. It is similar to her and Portia's. and I mean to Portia and Shamia's. And I was like, no, it's not. I mean, in my personal opinion, it's not. Um, she said, Cynthia said in her confessional, this was the hardest thing she had to go through, but being around a friend circle and not being able to speak to her friends. So who were you talking about? Nene and possibly Kenya? Because I know she had beef with Portia at one point, but Cynthia is just Cynthia. I don't know. So apparently, nasty ass, whole ass, dirty Diana is always saying to Portia about Shamia, watch your back. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. And I was like, Diane got some nerve. Some nerve. Ma'am, did you tell your daughter that? I don't think so. Anyway, because your daughter running around here acting like she ain't got no home training, stealing from people. Okay? So Cynthia, y'all, at this point, Cynthia get on my nerves with all this peacemaker stuff. Whatever. It is what it is. So, again, my opinion, Shamia is grieving his friendship, and history, to me, is what makes her hold on to this raggedy ass one-sided friendship. So then we get to these montages between Kelly and Britt. And it's obvious they didn't have anything going on. They didn't even have to show them on this episode. We didn't care. So Shamia back over so Shamia's in the studio. That's, we was doing the montages. They showed Shamia in the studio. She was like, we getting ready to do my one single. But ma'am, you talked about Drew and her whole album is out. So RL is only, y'all only releasing one single, and you got RL on your team. And she had punk ass Dennis on her team, and her whole album is out. Her second one. I think this was the second one. But okay, I'm going to let that slide. So Shamia, when she talked to her friends, they talked about the one-sided friendship that she had with Portia. And she got with 50 Cent. She got with Cynthia and said one thing, but then in front of her auntie, and I want to say that girl was her cousin, y'all, forgive me, I didn't catch it. She said that she was the only one that was working on the friendship. Now, production may have not caught it if she told it to Cynthia or anybody else, but you only said it over here. But then when you get around everybody else, it's, oh my God, I'm just so sad. And girl, goodbye. So Cynthia, Portia, Angela, they're meeting up to go bowling. And when I tell y'all, as much as Portia get on my mother clucking nerves, that heifer got a body out of this world. The way, baby, the way when I get to that body size, I'm going to be pop, 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 twerking everywhere. Thong all day. Okay? I'm sorry. Anyway, Portia starts to talk about PJ and says PJ is sensitive and so attached to her right now. She should be. She said that PJ said, what was Papa? I'm assuming Papa is scamming Simon. She also said that PJ said he has been gone too long, and she said PJ said that Simon has been gone too long. She told PJ that you'll see him soon, and I need you to stop lying to her. I don't care how old PJ is. You need to tell her that you and that man ain't together no more in a way that she can understand it. Anyway, because giving her false hope, apparently this man don't want to be around you unless he just pulling your strings. Okay? Anyway, she said she text scamming ass Simon and he left her on red. That's for all the iPhone people. I got a little Android. She said he wakes up and always try to figure out a way to wreck her life. Portia, I know you think we supposed to feel sorry for you. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So she said they had a real family. Oh yeah, that's what you thought, girl. All right, Mo, girl. Baby, delusional. If I ain't never seen it, listen. I want to be rich and just as delusional as Miss Portia. All right. So Portia says she's fragile right now. She said her event was to have some peace, but why did it seem like the narrative is that she's a horrible friend? Because you are. Listen, sugar. You are a bad friend. Okay? You're not. You know how what's his name? Clave on stupid ass Clave on, what's the name of that show? I just reviewed it the other day. Never Ever Met's do this. I feel like I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this with Portia. You are sugar wooger. You're a terrible friend. You're a terrible person. Clean it up, sister. Clean it up. Anyway, she said the narrative is she's a bad friend. And again, to my opinion, Portia, nobody just told you to go in this lady's house and steal her husband. Now you want us. You want everybody to feel bad for you and have sympathy for you. And I promise y'all, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Meanwhile, you slinging Drew by her scalp, especially knowing this woman, she going through a divorce with her husband, and he's slinging her by her scalp as well. You meet up with him. You trying to make her life a living hell, just like this man. But I don't understand. But you want all of this sympathy, baby. I'm here to tell you, we ain't got a whole ass thing to give you. Not a whole ass thing. Anyway, Drew. Now that we on Drew. Drew she had met with her lawyer. When she was in a van, she was calling her mom because she was on her way back home. Drew, do you know how to drive? Do you even drive? Do you always use Uber and Lyft or Uber Black? Ma'am, do you have a car? I think you do. Yeah. Let me mind my business. I like Drew. Y'all know I love Drew around here. So, I did not know that Mama Drew, because I don't know that lady name, Sister Evangelist Mama Drew is about 80. Is 80. She look good. That lady look good. And then I forgot, y'all. I forgot. Drew lost her dad. I think this was 2 years ago. So we still, and I know everybody think that that's a long time, but when you lose your parents, that's such a 2 years. Like, you have people who haven't even coped years and years. This girl's still dealing with all of this, and even with this stupid divorce, everything just, and every time you turn around, somebody talking about it. Like, it's just crazy. So apparently Ralph and his attorney are trying to get her attorney recused from her case. Ralph is also trying to claim ownership of Drew Sidora LLC, and he's trying to take 40% from both of her companies. So the new one she have and the one she had since 2005. So Drew don't know the details of Ralph finances. Girl, why is that? And now you're just now raising an eyebrow to Ralph and his shenanigans. Ma'am, Ralph is broke and he's trying to eat off of you. Okay? Apparently, not only that, Drew is providing 100% for the kids. So what is Ralph doing while he's sitting in his basement? So y'all, that mama said Ralph ain't doing shit for them kids. Let me tell y'all, that mama is a praying woman and an evangelist and a pastor. So when I put in a cuss word that ain't her, that's me by way of her. Because I know deep down that's what she want to say. I'm just saying what she want to say. But she not. Okay? She gonna say, bless your heart, I'm praying for you. But I'm gonna say what she want to say. Okay? So, y'all, that mama said Ralph ain't doing shit for them kids, or Drew for that matter, and he's not even helping taking care of the kids. So apparently he's always in his basement, and the only time he comes up and out is when I guess it's his turn. That's what I'm assuming. It's like he does but he totally does these things on purpose. And like Ralph, again, this is the same thing Martell tried to do with Melody. And I don't like it. I just want Drew to just get up, and fight. Just get up and fight. Even if it's just going to the courts. Even if it's just changing your address. That's the fight you have in you. Anyway, she tells her mom he took access away from her on their security system. The code didn't work when she was trying to get in the house. And, she was trying to get in, locked out. Of course, he not answering the phone. And she was outside, and this was around 1 a.m., so she had to go to a hotel. The way... Anyway, that mama said Ralph and his scheming, conniving ass, he ain't shit and he ain't never gonna be shit. Okay? That's not what that mama said. This is what I'm saying. Okay? But I know that mama won't say that. Okay? But she taking the Jesus route. Okay? I'm straddling the fence today. No, let me say this. That mama taking the Jesus route, I'm going to the basement of hell. I don't like men like Ralph, men like Martell, who have nothing, who is nothing, and in order to feel something, they have to step on a woman's back, and you have to constantly kick her while she's down and think that you're still going to win. So I know that karma is a fat ass hoe. It is. And we do get good karma and bad karma. It's not always just bad. I think people, signify that as bad, but it's really not. It's both. But for Ralph, I'm really learning not to say much because we have power. We have power. Okay, here's where power lies. But karma will circle back, and that's all I'm gonna say. And while you trying to make this woman life of living hell, you might want to dig a ditch for yourself. That's all. I know that's two separate things, but it's still really the same thing. It's weird how you hate this woman so much. You had kids with this woman. You probably been embarrassing her, but now she's on TV and you really go out of your way to embarrass her and diminish her. And if you don't like her, why are you around her? Those are the things I don't understand. So Drew, let me say you should have burned that damn house down. Girl, you ain't got no cousins that can whoop his ass, because Drew, I know people. Okay? I know people. Drew, you need to take those kids. You need to take those kids and move out. Okay? Wait, but then I think if she do that, his stupid ass gonna try to charge her for kidnapping or something. He gonna find something, cause he want to make her life a living hell. Okay? Take your chance, sis. Take your chance. Or bake him a pie. Okay, bake him a pie. I guess guess this is the episode with everybody and their damn mamas. This must be the Mother's Day episode. Okay, I guess so. Mother's Day. So we gonna film everybody with their damn mama. Okay. So Angela and her mama. Angela mama says she want to be self-sufficient. She tired of y'all just basically throwing in her face. Because at this point, all you hear is Angela when she talks about her family. She talks about how she's done X, Y, and Z. And I already told y'all, I hate her. I done this for X, Y, and Z. Okay, you can go. So also that daughter of Angela's is full of shit. And that's all. That's it. That's all I got. That mama don't see it for Charles. And she want to send him a letter. Girl, don't send his old grumpy snow letter, because he not going to read it. And he going to throw it away. And he might put it at your daughter's head. Okay? So, fake ass Kelly, a.k.a. Lil Kim. I definitely skipped that part. But I just wanted to call her fake ass Kelly, a.k.a. Lil Kim, because she has not been on my screen. And I am happy about that. So we get back to Drew and her mama. So Drew is overwhelmed. Her mom is in town. She said her and Ralph are at war and it's a new fight. Drew said her and Ralph are better as co-parents. Drew, let me just be clear. The ninja that will purposely lock you out your house and do all of these things is not a good co-parent. He is not a good person. Therefore, he cannot be a good parent. He's not a good man. You can't be good in this and terrible in this. So you overall suck. And that's just in my book because I'm hard. So that mama said, if that nigga, she didn't say that, okay? She said that nigga loved you, he wouldn't be trying to bash you or put you in a financial situation so you can lose. When I tell y'all I was with that mama through and through, I wanted to hug that mama and say, Mama, I'm on your side. Now, do you need me to beat his ass? Because I will. I'm not going to do it. I know people, okay? Anyway, so that mama said she told Ralph the courts made a dumb decision on how they living because the courts didn't take the kids into consideration. That is absolutely true, because how is it that you're living upstairs, I'm sorry y'all, and he's downstairs in the basement living like a fucking bum, might I add, and he's not, and all of this isn't helping with the kids' mental. And your kids at this point are acting a foolio. Okay? Drew, beat your kids' ass. Okay? It's alright. My mama whooped us. And look at me. I turned out just fine, girl. Rest in peace to my mama, girl. Shout out. Okay? Because I love her. Anyway, that mama said she spends most of her time yelling at your children, telling them, no, stop doing this, you can't do that. Listen, my mama said, if you don't go sit your mother ass down, get out of my face. That's what my mama said to me. Okay, again, look at how I turned out. Okay, sorry. Anyway, that mama also said, when she can't control your kids, baby, that's a problem. Cause your mama said, I ain't no living babysitter. I'm 80 years old, baby. I ain't got time. I'm supposed to be living in a 55 plus senior living retirement apartment / home. I ain't got time for this. She ain't say that, but you need to chastise your kids. You need the Bible says, listen, your mama should have told you, spare the rod, spoil the child. Tap into that evangelist book. Okay? That means go get a belt and tear their little asses up. Okay? They're going to be just fine. Do not leave a mark. I ain't playing. Okay? My kids go out of the street now. I don't know what they do now, but when they around other people, they knew how to act. Now they just look at me like I got 3 titties, okay? But this review ain't about me. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's just get through. So Drew started to cry, and she did not know that her mom felt this way. And of course, because your mama not gonna tell you, she just she just here to help. And Drew admit that her kids are not the same. And Drew mama started to apologize, and she was like, I didn't know. I think she told Drew, I didn't know that this was going to hurt her, but I feel like Drew needed to know, about her kids. Like, she needed to know this. It's not being malicious. It's like, girl, you, with this whole situation, maybe this will put a fire under you, but your kids are not listening. But I do feel like in some ways Drew knew, because when she called that little girl Anaya, and she was like 1, 2, the way I would have threw a shoe at Anaya's head and knocked her ass down them stairs, y'all, I was not a bad parent. Because I'm not finna be counting. I'm not finna be counting. Girl, you don't get your over here. I know something. I'm not finna be counting. That's not what I'm finna do. The little boy didn't want to eat his food. Where is Josiah? We need to know, does Josiah spend time with his real dad? And if he do, kudos. I'm glad that the daddy, got out, stepped out. But I feel like Drew really needed to hear that, because maybe that'll put a fire under her. And she was like, she was trying to bring some normalcy in the house, and it's like, you cannot, especially with the energy is the way it is. The only way you can bring normalcy is if you create a new normal. You or Ralph have to go. You really don't need to be in that house. You can downsize, find a nice apart, whatever. Just find something so you can have a peace of mind, because I can assure you, as she's always smiling, and I know everybody thinks she's an actress, that lady have real feelings. And just like Melody, the lady had real feelings. And I just wish that God tell Drew to go. Okay? Shout out to Melody Hope. Okay, for getting out. I'm sorry, Melody Rogers. Okay? Please drop that last name, Pittman. Just be Drew Sidora. Get your own place in your own space. That don't make you no less than. That just makes you choosing better. Sometimes there are some people you don't have to show nothing to. But there's some motherfuckers you got to show and tell. And Ralph is one of them, because he feel like he can always play with you. You ain't even got to yell. You ain't got the rah, rah, rah. You ain't got the rah, rah, rah. Okay. Anyway, what hurt me the most is Drew thinks that she's failing as a parent. And you just have to get your control back. I don't think Drew is failing. I just think Drew needs to gather her control back. And move out. Let Ralph have the basement. If he's paying on that house, let him pay the house. I'm pretty sure when Ralph got the house, he intended not to put your name on the house. And I'm not sure if you don't know that, but at this point, move out, Drew. And I wish Drew was my cousin or something, because the way I be whooping Ralph is on site. Portia and Shamia. After this, I'm done. Let me just say this. Shamia, girl, what the fuck you got on? Again? Then you had your ass cut out in the back of the pants. The way you dress disturbs me. You ain't get no tips from your friend Portia. Because as simple as that a hoe is, she can dress down. Okay? Some stuff, but most of the time, she can dress down. Now your hair be cute. But the outfit choices, no ma'am. So this meetup is a shit show because already Portia answering the phone for her raggedy ass mama. You did that on purpose. Shamia's poker face is on 10. Shamia apologized for not telling Portia how she felt. I thought y'all had this conversation before per Portia. Girl, one of y'all lying. Shamia asks Portia not to be dismissive. Portia becomes passive aggressive and she hits her with the Portia says it's uncomfortable, and I figure it's uncomfortable for her because you don't want to own up to your raggedy ass shit. Okay, please note, because I'm this more clocking Portia, I still don't feel sorry for Shamia. I do though, a little bit. I really do, cause it's sad to be Shamia. Shamia have everything this lady want, and maybe we can assume we maybe, and I think sometimes we may assume, but let's just, from the pattern of Portia, her sister had a baby, she had a baby, you know, your friend got an African, I guess you went and got an African child, you stole this African, okay, girl. Anyway, Portia isn't listening. She's talking over Shamia. Shamia said she was doing nonverbals and being dismissive, and she keeps saying that Portia is dismissive. And then Shamia says it hurt her feelings when she told Shamia what Diane said about her. Diane said to Portia that you can't trust. I think she said you can't trust Shamia. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. And I just feel like if that was my best friend, I would have had a conversation with my mom. No, she's not like that. If you know your friend not like that, you should have stood up to her with your mom. But it is very apparent that you and your mama are jealous of her. And I also feel like you told her those things that your mom said because you wanted to hurt her. I could be wrong, but that's what it gave me. So she said to Portia, if you're not going to be honest while we're on camera, then why are you doing this? So Portia, still talking, not listening, not letting Shamia get everything out. Shamia says she wished they can be the way they were off camera. Shamia says Portia's response to that was they will have to pay me more. They will have to pay me more money for that. Shamia, if you cannot see this lady ain't your friend, you too deserve whatever Portia give you at this point. So Portia starts to ask questions like, what? What are you talking about? I don't know what's going on. She also said in her confessional, she don't need her friend. Oh, she needs her friend. She needs a friend right now, and not somebody to come at her for something that happened 10 years ago. Okay, that's still, even though you think she should be over it, she's not over it, because apparently you haven't probably apologized. Knowing you probably haven't apologized. You probably haven't even made amends with all of the wrongs that you have done. You probably haven't even acknowledged it. So should people like Shamia, because she's a people pleaser, she's gonna let these things fester. She's gonna internalize these things, and she's not gonna have a conversation with you until she have to have a conversation with you. And this was a forced conversation. Anyway, the only reason she's talking to her is because the ladies threw her, I guess, under the bus. Girl, please, you a grown-ass woman. You can't tell another grown-ass woman, bitch, you ain't been a good friend. And I can't with you no more. And it's just as simple as that. You've been moving funny. When I tell y'all, these two hoes stress me out. Because Shamia sitting there begging for friendship. Girl. Sorry about the popping, because my nerves bad. So Portia says to Shamia, she says, "It's a lot, Shamia. Please stop." What? She started smirking. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that smirk on her face when she said that to Shamia. She gets up and she walks to the restroom and she goes to tell herself, "It's okay. It's okay. Girl, get the out of here with this. So Portia comes back to the table and oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Portia come back to the table. First of all, this shit wasn't even resolved. Portia is pissing me off, and so is Shamia. And I just would like Shamia to smack the piss out of her friend and leave. It's just as simple as that. And now Portia's being passive aggressive with this fake ass cry. Like, I didn't see a tear. Again, I don't have high definition TV, so maybe I missed the tears. But Portia is really, she really know how to play in Shamia's face, and she's always done that. So Shamia said she was being heard. You're lying to yourself if you thought that girl was listening to you, because while you were talking, she was talking, and if you ask her to regurgitate it, she's not. It's gonna be like a game of telephone. Anyway, this is where the episode in. Then next week we gonna see stupid ass Petra. Okay, y'all, the heifer stressed me out. I will try to do Moesha, but I really need to go find Moesha because it's not showing season 2 on Paramount. So just give me some time and grace, and I will get y'all somebody's son as well, because I forgot I need to get that also. I will see y'all in the next video.